Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. First of all, Eric, what the fuck is up with your name, bro?
I'm a gringo.
Well, yeah, I think we kind of all are in a way. More or less,
No,
saying to be a green guy.
I'm
Like,
officially a gringo.
oh yeah. So you want to elaborate on this one?
Yeah, I was telling Donna this before we started. Um, so next week at work, it's UPMC is doing a employee appreciation week. So our office they're doing these little fun games, and I think there's a rumor we're getting breakfast or something catered. I don't know. Um, So they're doing this team scavenger hunt. So everybody had to find a team. So I asked a few people, and they already were on teams and stuff. And the one lady that I kind of work with, she was like, "Well, you can be on our team. We have room for another team member." And I was like, "Okay, whatever. Like I don't care. That's fine." Like to be honest, I could have cared less. So she goes, "But we'll have to change the team name." And I said, "Well, why?" And she goes, "Because right now it's called the Three Latinas because there's it was a team of three of my coworkers that are from Colombia."
Okay.
Okay.
So the team name was the Three Latinas. And I was like, "No, don't change your team name." I was like, "You know what? Just call it the Four Latinas. I'll play along." I was like, "I can salsa." And she was like, "No, no, no." She was like, "We'll figure it out." She's like, we'll figure it out." And I'm like, "Okay." So I go in today, and she's the first person I see every day when I walk in. She goes, "We got the team name. We got the team name." And I was like, "Okay." So she goes, "Go look at it." So I get set up on my computer, and I open up the email talking about all the teams. And I just look, and I'm like, "Are you fucking shitting me?" And I go back out to her desk, and I'm like, really?" And she was like, "Yeah, is that okay?" And I was like, "No, that's hilarious." So the team name is the Three Latinas and the Gringo.
It, it's it's almost like it's like three men and a little woman. Just
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
great.
but it's actually reversed. It's me and three little Colombian women.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm officially a gringo. I mean, yes, I am, but like, I've been,
You've been
I've
dumb.
been, the culture has like,
Culture has consumed you, bro.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, I also think that they were happy to have me on their team because like English isn't all of their first languages. And sometimes they have a hard time understanding like things.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm gonna have to almost be like the team captain here and figure this out. Because two of them were even like, "What's a scavenger hunt?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, I was like, "Do you, do you know what an Easter egg hunt is at Easter, where they hide the eggs for little kids and stuff?" And they're
Nice
like, "Oh
guesses.
yeah." They're like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Well, kind of like that, but with different." I was like, "Not eggs," and they were like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "I don't think they get it." Like, I don't.
You're like with not eggs, and they're like, "Oh yeah, okay,
They're probably like fruit. I don't know.
yeah,
Like,
fruit, vegetables. What the fuck? What? Wait,
I was
no,
like,
you're telling me
I
it's
was like,
actually gonna be a bunny."
I told him, I was like, "They're gonna send us a list of items that we have to find around the office." I was like, "So when the list comes out, we'll figure it out. We'll figure." So
Wow.
I was like, "All right, here we go."
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. You have to report back on how that all went, and
Yeah,
how much.
yeah. It's all next week. It starts on Monday, and then I think the scavenger hunt will finish by Thursday, and then they'll announce the winners Friday or some crap.
So
And then
you
they're
never
doing
know. By next week, you might have a whole different tone. Be like, let me tell you about these sons of bitches.
well. The one girl I work with, like, she is my like actual team, like my teammate. Like, she does the same job as me. She just handles all of our Spanish speaking families. And then the one lady that I was telling that put me on the team, she's she's the administrative person for the department of our office. Like
Okay.
she works for all the Spanish doctors, like handling all their appointments and like and
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
all their. So she's been at that office for a long time. And then the other girl, she works the front desk. So they're kind of just like the Spanish team of our office, but they're all pretty cool. Like I mean, I get along with all of them. So I was like,
That should be a fun event.
it's
I
it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, but it's going to be interesting as shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So and then they're doing this like baby match game. We all had to turn in a baby photo, and then
Mhm.
they're gonna like put them up, and then everybody has to figure out who the employee matches the photo. And like I said, I think we're getting breakfast, and then who knows what else? I don't know.
Well, you'll have to definitely report back on how that all went.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you figure by this the end of the week next week we'll be in it deep. So
Yeah, for sure. I'm
gonna
so
be.
excited, man.
I just was like, she was like, yeah, we're the three Latinas. I was like, three Latinas and a gringo. I was like, son of a bitch.
It sounds like a food truck.
I know, I know.
It really does, and I mean, I bet you the food would be fire from the three Latinas and a gringo food truck.
Well, only two of the Latinas are, like I think cook. The older lady, that's been around forever. Her name. Well, I'm not gonna say her name. But she
Yeah. Don't drop it.
don't drop it. She doesn't cook. Her husband does all the cook. She's little fiery Colombian lady married to an old Jewish dude up in Squirrel Hill.
Yeah, I bet you she's a monster in that kitchen. So say,
He does all the cooking. She doesn't.
oh shit. Well, damn.
I know. That's what I said. I was like, you don't cook anything. She goes, well, I cook, but she's like, he does it. All. That's it. That's his. Like he does it all.
No, he's whipping and whipping and cooking and cooking.
I was like, whatever. I was like, now I asked her. I was like, does he cook your like? Because she has a very large family that comes and visits and stuff from out of country, out of state,
Yeah.
whatever. And I was like, what? Like, does he cook like traditional Colombian dishes? That she's like, he cooks everything, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, right. Like, all right, I don't want to step on your toes. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Like
okay,
I just
shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's they're interesting group.
right.
So
Samantha, what's new and exciting?
Well, I got nominated for a second year in the row for an award at my job.
Look
So
at
is that
you.
the one you posted on Instagram?
yeah, so I was nominated back in 2004, 24, not 2014, 24. And I was actually in second place. I was up against one of my other coworkers for the finalist. This year is going to be a little bit more challenging because there was a lot more nominations. And that were in there. But basically, the award is the whole quality care award. It indicates that basically through my work, I do dedicate my job and my career and my time through to the mission statement of our agency, and I do show a lot of advocacy, a lot of care towards my clients, and how do I basically like people look at me as like, oh, hey, like she really is invested in her job in a good way.
Yeah.
So apparently I had about 5 people nominate me. So, but they will not tell me who nominated me. So I'm a little pissed off about that.
Can't know. You can't
Can't know.
know.
It's
I
anonymous. Nope. Nope.
can't.
It's like
But
Survivor. You don't know who voted you off the island.
That's it. It's all anonymous.
nope, I'm not. I'm honestly not expected to win this year. There's a lot of good people who were nominated, people who, for me, I feel personally have been here a lot longer. They have shown a lot more. I'm just happy I got nominated, honestly. So, but I do appreciate the fact that people are like, hey, look, like she really does put a lot into her job, and we're acknowledging that. So,
Yeah, but you got to think. You got to think though. There's people there. Like, you got to think like you think that way about people, but obviously because you got nominated by
they
your
think about that.
by your peers, like there's people that think of you that way, the way that you
Mhm.
think of those other employees, because like you wouldn't even have gotten nominated if people don't look at you that way.
That's
So
true.
I wouldn't just because they might have been there longer doesn't lessen your chances of
I
winning.
know.
Yeah, so try to remain positive, and even if you don't win it, then it's still the fact that you still got nominated. So
Mhm.
either way, it's a win-win. You know what I mean? At least you
Mhm.
get the recognition in some way. If you get like the brass ring at the end, that's fantastic. But if you
Mhm.
don't, still the fact that you were nominated yet again is
Right.
fantastic. So
Yeah. Like today,
like keep your head on your shoulders and stay positive about it.
I know. I'm just like, you know what? If I win, great. But if I don't, that's all right because I'm still grateful the fact that people see me in this view. You know, like I have a coworker who she's been there 3 years and she had told me, she was like, honestly, you're my role model when it comes to this job. She's like, I look up to you. I want to be like you, like your style. She's like, you really know what you're doing when it comes to therapy. And she was like, I could see you connect with your clients. Like I'll share a success story. I think you guys will get a little kick out of it. So unfortunately, with this job, I see a lot of trauma. I see a lot of crisis. I see the good, the bad, the ugly, right? So last week, I had a client who she's young. I will not disclose ages, but she's young. She struggles with, emotional regulation. She does. She has a very difficult time with emotional intelligence, social awareness, things of that nature. One of her triggers is disappointing people. She, it's a reaction from her past. So unfortunately, she was being very rude and disrespectful to me. And I set a boundary and I set a limit and I modeled for her that I was disappointed. And I said, you know what? I'm going to end session. I've been here long enough. I appreciate the fact that you worked with me, but I think that it's gotten to a point where now, since you're escalating with your behaviors towards me, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to end session and I'm going to leave. And she immediately became upset and she's like, "But you're leaving?" I was like, "Yeah, I need to distance myself from this situation because we're not getting anywhere with it." And even though I remained calm and collective, she took it as me basically neglecting her, dismissing her, and walking away. She escalated to a point that she started punching a glass door and bloodied her knuckles. So I had informed her that as the therapist, I am a mandated reporter. My job is to protect not only myself, her, but her entire family, so that if she could not work with me in that moment to separate herself from the situation and go to her room and take some space, I would need to call the police to be able to take her to the hospital. She escalated beyond belief and looked at me and said, "I don't trust you. I can't believe you would do this to me. Like, I hate you." So you're well aware of this. I will not disclose, all of her diagnoses, but you have a son with one of her diagnoses. And I'm sure you're well aware that with some of these children, if you upset them to that point, you could be on their shit list for life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I showed up the session on Monday and she ignored me, gave me the cold shoulder, and I had known that I was officially on her shit list. Like when she told me that she hated me and did not trust me and was not going to work with me anymore, she meant it.
Yeah, that
She
was a
meant
fucking
it.
wrap. She was done with you.
Yep. So her mother tried to engage with her, and when, I'm going to make up a name here, Jennifer, you need to engage with Samantha. Jennifer walks up to me and goes, "Oh, you want me to engage with you? Here, remember this and listen closely. I fucking hate you." And walked away.
Wow.
Yep.
And you said so. This Jennifer, you said, is younger.
Yes.
Like, because I'm not dealing with that now. At 18,
Mm-hmm.
but man, I'm getting fierce ass shit anymore, man. He's toting the line real
Uh-huh.
fucking close, and I'll sit there and I'll be like, boy, if you, hey, I'm speaking in like syllables. You,
Uh-huh.
you this close,
I
you
know.
this fucking close, and he'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry,
Uh-huh.
and like he'll sit there, and if he back talks like his mom or Brandy, like he said something to Ashley the other day, and he was like, it was like real slick, but I caught it like,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I just heard it. It was like, yo, and he was like,
Yeah.
just staring at me like a deer in the headlights, and he was like, I'm really sorry.
Yes.
I was like, dude, first of all, he backed back like I was gonna hit him.
Hmm.
He's halfway across the room.
Yeah.
I was like, no, man, I just don't like the way you talk to your mom like
Hmm.
that. Like, that's all I ask of you.
Yep.
Like, show people like adults respect, especially like,
Hmm.
females, because he
Hmm.
has this like trigger from certain things done by
Hmm.
females, and he's just like, no, you like, no,
Yep.
he's very defiant.
Hmm.
So now getting him back on that course of like, no, it's okay. Like, if I can do it, you can do it. It's all
Hmm.
right. But then it still lets that little bit out where he's like,
Hmm.
I don't wanna. And I'm like, what?
But you're gonna.
Hmm.
Yeah. As soon as he like has the dude, I literally be like, what? And he'll
Hmm.
be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Or
See,
the
but like
ones,
the difference with you is the fact you're a parent. You can handle that much differently. I have to
yeah, if it
remain
was somebody
self-aware.
random,
Uh-huh. Nope. I have to remain professional. I have to know I have to know my self-awareness. I need to understand I got to keep myself in check, right?
yeah, for
So
sure.
like the only thing I could say back to her was like, "Hey, Jennifer, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for
Yeah,
opening
right.
up."
Yeah,
Like,
because meanwhile, I bet you that like this is portrayed. Yeah, hey, you know what? All right, I appreciate your honesty and telling me, how you
mhm.
feel. Inside, I'd be like, "Fuck you."
Yes, inside I'm just like, "You little fucking like,"
Yeah, right.
but the whole
Inside, I'd be
time
like,
I got to remain professional. So
yeah,
I was
right.
like, "You know what?
Inside, there's like a ball of rage inside where you're like,
Uh-huh."
I'll tell you about yourself right now.
Like, what'd you say?
Yeah, right. And on the
So,
outside, it's very cool, calm, and collected. Like, man, when I get in my car, ooh, man, shit,
so
I'm gonna
I
let
I
this all
kind of left
out.
there being like, all right, well, here's the deal. I have to meet her where she's at. And right now, she's at a point where she doesn't trust me. So working with her is not going to be, I can't push her. I can't force her. I have to regain her trust, right?
Yeah,
And so unfortunately, we have been looking at partial hospitalizations for her. And I won't disclose where, because, just for privacy reasons, but there was one where we went to, I'm sure you have heard of it. Um, it's actually in your area. That's what I'll give you. So, um, so yeah, it's one of the top ones, and I like it. I'm well aware of it. And we went in, and we went for the assessment. Like we just originally went in for a tour, and an hour in, Jennifer goes, I really like it here. I like how this is going, right? But she's still keeping her distance because I'm there for support. I'm there to help mom. I'm there to help her. And so finally, during the evaluation assessments, they're asking questions as to like, with this diagnosis, what are some of the symptoms that we're seeing, right? And she's having a really hard time answering. So I look at her and I was like, right across the table, I go, Jennifer, I know we're not on the best of terms right now. So it's okay to let me know if you really don't want any help from me. But are you open to me helping you by answering some of these questions, with the therapist? And it's okay if you're not comfortable. If you don't want me to say anything, I will sit back and just watch. But I want you to feel comfortable with this first. It is your assessment. And she looked at me and went, I could really use your help, Miss Sam. And I was like, okay, all right. So I
yeah,
started working with the therapist, right, and answering all the questions. And I answered it honestly. And there was one where she was naming her triggers, and I was like, her biggest is that she doesn't like being disappointed. She doesn't like feeling like she upset you or disappointed somebody. And all of a sudden she goes, well, can I share with you? And she's talking to the therapist. She goes, sure. She goes, well, last week, Miss Sam and I had a crisis. She was like, Miss Sam got in my face. Miss Sam invaded my space. Miss Sam was a bitch.
I'm sorry, real quick. I love how it was. Hey, Miss Sam, I'm gonna really need your help. Like, I can't do this. If you could help me out, I'd appreciate it. You know what? No problem, Jennifer. I got you, boo. I got you. It's fine. Let me tell you what this bitch did.
Yeah.
Yo, she got in my
Throw
face.
me under the
She
bus.
spit on me. She kicked me. She threw me out a goddamn window. And then you know what? Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Miss Sam. I can't go no more. Wait, you take it from here. Meanwhile, the whole time you're probably like,
Like,
What
okay,
the
where's this
fuck?
going? So she keeps going, and the therapist goes, "Oh, well, I'm sorry that this had occurred, but I'm curious to know, like, why do you think Miss Sam went to that extent?" And that's when Jennifer went, "I know Miss Sam did all that because she's not so much a bitch, but she really does care about me, and she wants the best for me. And it's hard for me to even say that, but I'm willing to work with her."
She flip flop answers like motherfucking coin.
She really did, but I think that's also part of her diagnosis is that it
Yeah.
takes time for her to process things and understand, like, Sam's not out to hurt me. Sam's not out to be my enemy. Sam really does
I
care.
don't know.
I don't know, dude. Apparently, Miss Sam was throwing blows and getting in the face. I mean, it was getting little crazy out here. But then all of a sudden, it's like, but you know what? I need her. You know.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't like her behaviors. Like, this is her second round of family based. She excelled in the first round. She did so well. And then unfortunately, since the summertime, there have been a lot of life events, negative life events, a lot of transitions, a lot of changes to a point that she regressed, and she has regressed hard. And she hates how she is. She's made it very clear that she wants to go back to the way things were, how she was. So she does want, to be quote unquote better. It's
Yeah.
just she doesn't know how. And so I think for her, it takes some time to realize I do have people in my corner. I do have that support. I need to realize that they're here to help me. And Miss
Yeah.
Sam's going to challenge me. Miss Sam is going to get in my face. She's going to be a bitch because she's getting me out of my comfort zone. She's doing what she needs to do to help me progress.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, it's wild as shit, though. Like, it's crazy when you tell like a war story and then you have to like. I still need to like put up a little like disclaimer, but like the following names have been used for this segment right here. None of
See, but
the
that's
names
like,
the names are false.
and I will never disclose any of my clients' names, ages, areas of where they live, like none of that.
No.
So any of the names they're fake. They're fake. They're all made up names. Like,
Yeah, so no
but
need to fact check a Jennifer. Okay?
no.
Like that person doesn't exist.
Uh.
Okay?
Listen, I feel like the fucking names of people I call are fake names.
hmm
Yeah.
But I laughed at what you were saying because I had to attend an all-day training today. Like, so a lot of it isn't necessarily for work, but a lot of it is because I joined. It's called a cohort, but I made a commitment that for the next 2 years, once a month, I will attend a training in regards to different aspects, different topics. And after the 2 years, they'll pay off like $47,000 worth of my student loans. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
right. You mentioned it on here.
yeah. So I went to one of the trainings today, and I was just like, all right. And she came in at 9:30. She was supposed to start at 9:45. She came in at 9:30, and then we were supposed to end at 11:30 for a lunch. And I was like, okay, fine, we got this. And this bitch comes in and she starts out, and I was like, all right, good. She's got it. She's cool. Like, she started out great. She started out using great examples, being interactive. And I was like, I like this. We're going good. She lost me like towards the last half an hour, and I like the New Yorker came out in me, and I was just like, I needed to literally walk away because this bitch was about to get down. Like, she really was. So she's a Mexican American. She starts out right, and she starts out pronouns they, whatever, and I was like, all right, cool, I can respect that.
Yeah.
And then she was just like, well, I'm a bisexual married woman who has a queer daughter who just got engaged to a trans man. And I'm like, okay, cool. Didn't need to know your entire life, but whatever. We'll talk.
That's a lot to fucking
Right?
drop right in real quick.
So she starts talking about like being more self-aware, how we can incorporate that more into our sessions, because like it's, being self-aware is more than our own reactions and our own emotions, and really breaking it down while we're in sessions. So she starts talking about like culture humility, culture diversity, like really starts talking about how as therapists, we are working with different cultures and we're working with different, different people from different aspects. And we do have to take into accountability how their religion impacts their culture and how it impacts their treatment, because there are cultures out there that it's, you don't say shit to outsiders. This is our family issue. You don't say shit. You watch what you say, And if they're afraid of telling me, an outsider, something that might result in abuse later, how do I work with that? How do I work with, if I walk into, like a Latino, a Latino family where the mother right off the bat tells me, I don't know if I really trust you. This is, my husband works long hours. I have to watch what I say. I can't turn to her and say, well, what do you mean your husband works long hours? Pull him in. He's your goddamn husband. Get some support, right? Yeah. Because I have to understand that in their culture and in their household, the husband might be the breadwinner and you don't question that. Yeah, you don't bring him in. So the thing that, like, where she lost me the most was she's saying, because she's Mexican American, she's talking about her culture. And she's talking about how, I forgot the term, so I'm not going to use it, but she said it's like a very religious person in their life, in the Mexican community, right? That they rely on. So she's like, so if your client came in and expressed that they're going to go see this person, how do you interact with that? And I immediately, I'm curious. I'm like, I would ask questions. I would want to know more about who this person is. She goes ahead and she's like, that's where you're wrong. It's not their role or their responsibility to educate you. Okay. All right.
You want to know the knowledge, even if.
Right?
That's what
I think that's where she lost a lot of us, because at the end, somebody was like, well, how are you supposed to build rapport if you don't ask questions? And she was just like, no, you ask questions on how it is value and adds to their life, not part of their culture, not educational piece of their culture. And that's where I kind of spoke up. I was like, well, I have to disagree. I have to disagree, because now this training has turned into more of a college coursework, because keep in mind, she is a college professor too at one of the top colleges. Okay. So yeah, bitch, you may be Mexican American, but you're entitled. Fuck whatever you want to say. You work at a top school. You're not out in community health. You don't have shit when it comes down to these clients. You were literally just educating people. So fuck off right now on that. Okay. So I was like, well, I have to strongly disagree on that, because I'm considered a modern therapist. Okay. I have clients that have expressed to me, I like your approach and style because I didn't feel like I was in therapy. You didn't question my feelings 24/7. You didn't associate everything with, oh, well, how does that make you feel, Paul? How are your feelings in regards to that? You really got to know me. And in order for me to build rapport with my clients, in order to get to know them, I'm going to ask questions to get to know them, get to know their culture. And the reason why I'm going to ask them is because Google and AI will spew out as much bullshit as possible. And I'm not about to learn false information and bring it back to my client where I can get that mistrust.
Right. Because that's all the world fucking is, really.
Right? When no more than 5 minutes prior to that, she's talking about how she's pissed off that a student of hers comes in and asks her why he, as a white man, can't use the N-word with his clients. And,
okay, hold on. No.
Right? And the entire room is just taken back by that, being like, it's 2026. If you don't know that, like,
yeah, you should. That's not a hard R. That's a hard no.
Right?
Like, that's a hard no.
And she became
do that.
Exactly. And she became so defensive with us. She was like, no. You're not going to get mad at him. You're not. Because you can't learn from what you don't know. And I'm glad he came to me to ask instead of another black therapist.
That's just common fucking sense.
Right? But yet you're going to have the audacity to sit there and tell me that I'm wrong for wanting to get to know my client a little bit more by asking about their religious figure and how that ties in.
I love how she says that he came to her instead of a black therapist. Well, yeah, first of all, let me. I'm not speaking for Black folks or African Americans, but I know damn sure well if I was to sit there and say, "Hey, you think it's okay if I said drop the N word to my African American clients to a Black therapist, it ain't gonna be pretty."
No. No. And she was just like, oh, he knew that it was a safe place to come to me to educate. No shit, Sherlock. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm sitting there and she was like, no, you still do not educate yourself. It is not, it is not the client's responsibility to educate you on there. And I was like, well, that's where I think that you're wrong. I was like, you want to sit there and lecture me? I was like, when was the last time you were out in the field? When was the last time that you worked with us? When was the last time that you actually engaged with a client? Because I can tell you right now, I had a client many years ago from South Korea, right? I walked in, the first thing you did was you take your shoes off, okay?
Yeah.
There was no furniture to sit on. We sat on a pillow on a floor, right? But what do you think the first thing his wife did when I walked through that door?
I'd say probably, can I get you anything?
Nope. It wasn't, can I get you anything? She already had tea and food ready for me. He
What do you
walks
first say?
in.
No. And if you say
Exactly.
no, you're insulting them.
Exactly. So how do we set that boundary and that limit to say, I have dietary restrictions. I appreciate it, but no, I will not be touching your food. It's nothing against you. It's on me. Right? This bitch tells me you don't. This bitch is like, you don't say any of that. You don't disrespect them. You eat whatever they put in front of you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm not
no.
putting myself at risk over it.
Right? Because I don't know what ingredients are also put in that food. What if I'm allergic to something? What if I'm allergic to cinnamon and they don't tell me that there's cinnamon in there?
Yeah.
And you're going to sit there and tell me that I'm about to go into a diabetic coma or an allergic reaction in session all because I couldn't disrespect them? Listen, I'm going to be straight with you. I'm going to be fucking straight with you. You coming into America, I get it. It's a mixing pot, okay? But we all got to accept each other. I'm not going to bow down and not set any of my own boundaries for your own culture because I don't want to disrespect you, but it's okay to disrespect me. We got issues, bitch. We got issues.
Well, you have to go in there whenever you go into the client's place, apparently, and now go, "Hi, I'm Samantha. Pronouns are she, her, blah, blah, blah. I have blah, 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 a cat, but the cat, we don't know. The cat's transsexual. We don't know what's going on." You have to have this whole thing. And then apparently, I guess that seems to work. Like,
So for me, when I first meet a client, I literally will sit there and say, "Hi, my name is Samantha. My pronouns are she and her." You don't have to disclose any of your pronouns right this minute if you do not feel comfortable. But I am open to learning more in this moment. So if you're comfortable with it, you can share. If not, there is no rush. But I would like to know your name and how do you pronounce your name?
it's just like, I really don't understand the, like, I don't understand being so strict and not like getting to know somebody. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I don't understand. Like, how, if it's so clean cut and if it's so straightforward, if that was me with like my therapist and it was very like cut and dry, you're not really going to have a rapport with the therapist, and she or he aren't going to have a good rapport with the client.
Nope.
So, and that's just not even for therapy sessions. That's just like getting to know somebody.
Right.
Like, if you just
I
So
sit,
mean, Paul, think about
I
it.
go ahead.
I was going to say, think about how, like, I know for me personally, I don't know how you two would have felt, but if you're in a therapeutic session, right, and you're trying to express your feelings or you're describing a situation, right? And let's say, you were just like, so I got into an altercation with my girlfriend. It wasn't physical of any sort. We had just a heated argument. It turned out that, you know, she walked away all because, she wanted this or that. And if I turned around and listened to this entire story and then went, you know what, Paul? I want to know how did that situation, okay, make you feel like it was a disvalue to you in your life? Fuck that shit. I would be
yeah,
like,
right.
excuse me? I need you to listen. I need to be heard. I need you to work with me on finding a solution, not how the fuck I'm feeling, because I'm going to be pissed off even more.
Go ahead, E.
No, I was just gonna say like they kind of expect us like in a way too, like with my job, they expect us to be like cookie cutter robots. Like
Mm-hmm.
I pick up the phone, I talk to a family, I say the exact same little scripted paragraph. I get them to make a doctor's appointment. I thank them. I get off the phone and I do the exact same thing with the next person.
Mhm.
I did it for the beginning of my job because for one too, like I was the first person to have this position. Like they created a position and I got promoted into it. So it was like there was a learning curve. So I played by the book at the beginning just because it was like there was no other like way to figure out like okay, this is new. We got to figure this out.
Yeah.
So as some time went on, I was like, screw this. I'm not being a robot. Like I can't.
Mhm.
I can't. Like I can't do that. So like now, I talk to these people and I mean, I can get a sense of a person even through the phone just by talking to them like how the phone call is going to go.
Mhm.
So I changed my attitude, I changed my tone, I changed the way I ask them questions or help them based off of how the way they interact with me when they answer the phone. But what I started doing was is I started telling people because a lot of people don't know. They're like, "Oh wow, like you know, like because like so one of the main tasks for my job is I call so I try to help keep these kids like babies on track for their appointments. So they don't fall through the cracks with getting
Mhm.
vaccines and all that kind of stuff. So like the our parents, our patients, like they're not used to that service because again, we never had it. We never provided
Mhm.
it. They're used to them having to call and be like, "Hey, I forgot we missed an appointment. We need." They're not used to us reaching out to them, so it's like there are parents that are very appreciative of what I do, and
Mhm.
those are the parents where I'm like, "All right, listen, this is my personal desk number. This is my name. This is what I work. Like these are my hours. If you ever need anything, call me."
Mhm.
Like I'm easier to get a hold of than going through the automated system and getting somebody who knows where their office is located and they're just in a cubicle somewhere. I was like, I'm in the building. I know this place. I know all of our doctors. Like, I build that little bit more of a personal relationship with them. And then there's some families where I go and like I'm like, okay, especially newborns. Like so, like I also deal with newborns. So babies coming out of the hospital, they need that very first doctor's appointment.
Mhm.
They got to go through me. That's what I do. So if it's a new parent, a new mom, new dad, I go meet them. Like I already know when they're going to be in our building. I know
Mhm.
Monday morning at 10 a.m. baby Jones is coming
Mhm.
with mom and dad for their first checkup. And I will. I'll take them a business card. I'll take them some information. I go down and I physically meet them so that I'm
Yeah.
not just a person on the phone.
Mhm.
And I started telling they started noticing that our I don't know, like our percentages of patients like making their next appointment, like rescheduling
Mhm.
their next appointment, our numbers are getting so much better. Like the percentage is growing
Yeah.
on people making their appointments. And not they're like, what do you think one of the reasons for that is? And I was like, because of the way I do my job.
Mhm.
Like I
You
treat
treat
them
them
like
like
a normal
humans.
person.
Yeah.
I I you know I'm not just again. I'm not doing the cookie cutter robot. Like
Mhm.
we've all been there. We've all been on the phone with like a customer service or even making our own doctor's appointments. And you
Mhm.
call the scheduling department and they're just like, "What do you need? What is this? Who do you see? Okay, this is the time I can give you. Is that good? All right. See you. Bye." And you're
Mhm.
off the phone with them. And you're like, "Well, fuck. Okay."
Mhm.
Like I had other questions or I had other help. Like I needed that's the other thing too is like I tell my clients, like, is there anything I can help you with? Let
Mhm.
me know. If I can't, I'm in the building. I know who I can get you to. We have social work team. We
Mhm.
just a few months ago started. We now have a WIC office in our building. Like, you need
Yeah.
help with WIC? I can get you to the WIC.
Mhm.
That like, let me know what you need. I'm not just gonna again just robot. Okay, let's do it. Let's see you. Bye. I'm on to
Yeah.
the next one. Like I'm not doing like I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like and
Well,
people don't
at
understand
least
that.
people call you though. At least like, people are accepting of it, and like, like what you were talking about when you call somebody, and it's very clean cut, bing bang boom. I mean, I would feel gifted just to have that recently with
Mm-hmm.
everything going on with my shoulder.
Yeah,
I haven't talked to a person on the phone one fucking time. I have not.
yeah,
And when I go call somebody, like when I called my workman's comp, what is it, the adjuster?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
No, I've called this lady 3 times and I haven't heard from her any of the 3 times. But then I get a text message from like our workman's comp insurance or whatever.
Hmm.
Honest to God, within 15 minutes after I call her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know how easy it is to pick the phone back up
Mm-hmm.
and call me, and I can tell you, hey, this is happening. Hey, we got the MRI scheduled.
Yeah,
Hey, we're gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a simple, I don't know, 8-10 minute phone call,
Mm-hmm.
and
But
I'm
that's where I
going
feel
through
like
so many hoops.
in today's world, like empathy has disappeared. So many people are just like, whatever, I don't care. I mean, I get everybody, I can't say everybody, but the majority of us are under a lot of stress. We're burning out. We're burning at both ends, right? I get it. But that's where I like both you and Eric and the approaches that you guys take with others is that you remember that, even in the challenging times, we still want to be seen. We still want to be heard. Like, if they're new parents, they're probably overwhelmed. They're scared. They don't know what
yeah,
to do within the first week. They don't want somebody to be like, great, I'll see you tomorrow, in 1 week. And they want to talk to somebody. They want to be like, okay, I feel a sigh of relief knowing I'm coming into this appointment and I'm going to be greeted with respect and dignity.
yeah. And I've said that too. Like we'll get new parents. Like I called a mom and was getting her baby set up for his first appointment. And I was like, "Is there anything else I can help you with? Any questions? Any concerns? Like, what do you need?" And she goes, well, she goes, she was kind of joking, but I could tell she was like, again, like I said, like
Mm-hmm.
overwhelmed. It was something on the lines of like, if you could figure out how to, what did she say? Something about sleeping. I guess like she was making a joking comment about basically, I guess like the baby's not sleeping through the night well. And I was like, well, I'm not medically trained. I was like, didn't go to college for that. I was like, but I'm a parent. Do you want to hear what I got to say? And she
Mm-hmm.
was like, I mean, sure, I'll take anything at this point. She was
Yeah,
like,
right.
and I'm like, all right. So I just talked to her. I'm like, I mean, like, I just talked to her like parent to parent. You know what I mean? Like, and, and that's the other thing too, is unfortunately, we see a lot of young parents, but,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, so yeah, they don't know. Like, I mean? They're still trying to figure their own life out and now they're trying to take care of a kid. And it's like, so, but I think that's the other thing too is like Paul was saying, like, like right now he's dealing with it and it's like, he's going through his shit with his shoulder and stuff. And it's like, like I thought it was kind of funny. Like you said, he can't get any answers. He can't get any callbacks. And what did you do the other day after your MRI? You sent me the report and you were like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, I knew he was going for the MRI. I knew he would have told me because I told you like, hey, let me know what happens or what they say, and you sent me the report, and I'm like, I think he sent me that because I think he wants an answer and no one's giving it to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let me read the fucking report. So I messaged him back, and I'm like, yep, you fucked yourself up, bro. Like you,
Well, no, contrary to that, no, I didn't like really particularly want an answer. It's just I sent it to like my parents, I sent it to Brandy, and of course I'm gonna send it to like my best friend. Be like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, here's the report. I think I'm pretty fucked up.
yeah.
And then he was like, give me a call when you got a second. And then I called him and he was like, yeah, yeah, your shoulder's all fucked up.
Well, and you
I
didn't
was like,
understand that. You were like, you said you didn't understand the
it
bicep
was
thing.
too medical for me. And I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I had a general knowledge,
Yeah,
but like, but
that's when I
yeah,
broke it down. I was like, all right, listen,
Mm-hmm.
your bicep. Well, it's kind of overcompensating for the broken fucking other muscle. Like,
yeah,
But like,
yeah.
but
but
like
but
you
I was
said.
gonna say though, like we all have kind of been there and done that. So it's like for
Mm-hmm.
me, I've always told people this, like bosses, anybody that's asked, like again, they kind of question, like not question, but in a bad way. They're always like, I don't know. This probably sounds conceited or whatever, but like they're always like, you're good at what you do, and it's like. First off, it's like you said, like I just treat people like a person. I could give two shits about anything else. I don't care about your political views. I don't care about your
Mm-hmm.
sexual views. I don't care what the fuck it is. All I want to know is, are you bringing your child to the doctor? That's all I
Mhm.
want to know. But again, like, we see a lot of kids that have complicated health issues and stuff like that, and we do have
Mhm.
child development in our building, so we do see the autism kids and behavioral kids and all that kind of stuff
Mhm.
too. But I'm used to being the person on the other end because of like my life with Donna, and then just my own personal, health issues as I'm getting old. Like, I know what it's like to be the person on the other end. So I flip
Mhm.
that. Like, if I was them, what would I want to hear, or what would I want to.
Yeah.
So I flip that role to help me help them. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's like you said though, like, people don't care. I mean, even the parents, some of these parents I talk to, they just don't fucking care. I'm just like,
Mhm.
all right, your kid missed an appointment. They need to come in. They're like, yeah, whatever. Like, all
Mhm.
right. And I get off the phone and I go, they're not fucking coming. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, that person does not, they just said whatever. They just said yes to everything I asked just to
Mhm.
get me off the phone.
Yep.
Yep.
But that leads into, like, again, meeting them where they're at. Like, at that point, they may be so, and we don't know what's going on in the home. We don't know what's going behind on the other side of that phone. And so sometimes you just have to be like, okay, well, if you change your mind, okay, this is my number. You can always call, reach out, we'll schedule,
I don't
like,
give those, I don't give those people my number.
yeah, well, there you
if,
go.
if,
Either
if you're
way.
not engaged, and I get it. Like I said, like, I'll get it. They just say yes to get me off the phone. I get off the phone, and like I said, I'll make that comment in my head, like, all right, well, I guess they're not coming. But then I'm like,
Mhm.
you never know. Maybe they will come. I did my job. I got them scheduled. Maybe they will get in the building
Uh-huh.
and tell the doctor or somebody, like, hey, because again, I have had, I've had parents, it's mainly moms I talk to, like, they'll tell me that shit. I'm like, that's where I kind of get caught, like, in a weird, like, spiral, because I'll ask that question at the end, like, is there anything else I can help you with? And some of these moms are like, all right, buckle up, buddy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
okay, like, okay. And it's like, all right, I'm getting evicted. My lights are shut off. I have no
Mhm.
heat. You know what I mean? Like, the car's
Right.
broke down and I've been
Mhm.
repoed. Like, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Let me get your information to the social worker, because that's above my job duties. Like, I
Yeah,
can't help that.
that's where I come in.
So yeah, I'm like,
But
I got a team for that. That's not my job, but you know what I mean? But it's like,
yeah.
you never know. That's why I just,
Mhm.
I've had moms yell at me. Well, I always get yelled at for saying kids' names wrong, but I've had moms yell at me for other things. And I just blow it off. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
I document it, like, because I have to document everything I do
Yeah.
whether I talk to a parent or not. I have to everything I do. But it's like, I just document it. I'm like, all right,
Mhm.
talk to Sally. Sally said, fuck you. I'm not bringing my kid to the doctor. Your vaccines are going to kill him. You know what I mean? Like, that's what she said. That's how she felt. I sent it to the doctor, and then it's the doctor's job to
To figure it
talk
out.
mom into it. I mean,
Mhm.
and that's the thing too, is like, parents just, they automatically think that, like, we're like, hey, your kid needs to come in for their checkup, and they're like, well, I'm not getting them shots. And it's like, we're one of
No,
the
that's
few
not
clinics,
happening.
we're one of the few clinics that don't, it's not mandated. Like, we don't.
Mhm.
You still need to come in for the fucking checkup.
That's
Yeah.
what I said. I said, you still need to come up for the checkup. And they're like, well, they're not sick. Okay, but is there any, like, we just need the, we want to make sure they're growing okay. No
Mhm.
sight, hearing, what I mean? It's just a yearly checkup. Like, we're talking about a 2-year-old. Like, they just
Mhm.
need to make sure they're on pace for everything. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, like, look at you, Paul. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys didn't know till how far along that Xander, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Mhm.
it's like, yeah, they're babies. They might not notice something, but as they get older, something might spark that, hey, something's not growing right, or something's not functioning right. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Something's
A lot
happening.
of parents also seem to forget that, like, a lot of physical health ties in with mental health. So, like,
yeah,
if they're exhibiting some behaviors, it's not just directly with the mental health. Like, some physical issues are contributing to that. Let's get that addressed. Let's figure out how we can
yeah,
help
they don't care.
situate this.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, to your point, Eric, they don't care. Oh,
No,
I don't feel like they don't
Mm-mm.
feel like going in, or my kid's not feel like my kid's feeling well. There's no point in going in there. against my beliefs to get those shots or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude,
See,
just
that's where I feel like my job, like when that comes in, I get parents who feel like, oh shit, she's a mandated reporter. If I don't take my kids in for a physical, like, or to get checked up, she's gonna turn me in. See why I
Well,
feel
I
that.
have to too. Like we're mandated reporters also, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like I don't per se turn them in personally. Like so, if I that's again that's part of my job is to doc. Like I said, I have to document everything. Like, hey, spoke to mom, tried to get her scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
She said no, because if it gets to a point that it's like I kind of like the analogy like three strikes you're out. Like I've talked to this parent three times, they've said no every time. I now have to let the doctor know. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, doc, listen, I've talked to them. It's all in the chart. They're not coming in. They refuse. You have to now get involved. So normally the provider is the one that does the reporting part of it,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the middleman, but I have to say something because again, like I could get in trouble if I don't
Mm-hmm.
because technically I am a mandated reporter.
Yep. Yeah,
I
I'll
Which
know
sit.
that nobody's gonna fuck with this episode and with anybody in the health field ever again after this episode. They're gonna be like,
don't be
"Yo, it
fucking
doesn't
with the
matter if it's a
gringo.
therapist
I will
or
turn you in.
PRN." Yeah, I'd be
I'll
like, "Dude,
share. I thought of you guys immediately because I was just dying with this one. So, like again, I meet my clients where they're at, right? And I have a mom who has experienced an extensive amount of childhood trauma that is now leading, crossing over into adult life, right? So, in order for her, through her healing process, she uses dark humor to get through things, right? So, I'm sitting there and I'm just getting to know this family. I'm talking to mom, and I was just like looking into their supports. Who do you have as support? Who can you turn to if things are rough, right? So mom goes, "Oh, my mom. I can turn to my mom. She's a good support." I was like, "Great." I was like, "Is mom? Does mom live nearby?" Yeah, she's in my garage. So I'm looking at her. I was like, "She's in your garage," and she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Do you happen to have her chained up to one of the shelves in there?" I was like, "Mom, because like, come on now, you got to tell me what's going on. Like, I hear something rumbling in there. It could be a dog. It could be your mom. What's going on?" She's like, "Oh no, no." She's like, "She's fine. She's fine. She's just resting." I was like, "Oh, she's resting, eh?" I was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Anything you want to tell me?" She's like, "I'll go get her." I was like, "Yeah, I would love to." She came out with a fucking urn and was like, "Meet my mom."
yes, yes, that's fucking classic. That's great. That is almost. I don't know if it's ever made this podcast, but it's almost the time like fucking the neighbor when I got this house had her mom inside the pantry closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
I'm
client
gonna
will
go pick up my
take,
mom.
yes, she brings her mother to session, so we make it do. I'd be like, "You know what, Marianne, it's nice to meet you. It's nice to see you. I'm glad you brought your mom to session today. Oh my God, Marianne, so glad you could make it." Like, I joke with her because like she brings her mom to the grocery store. She brings her mom to session, like, and I meet her where she's at. Let's bring mom. What does mom have to say?
Right?
It's an emotional support urn.
Yes,
She
kid. It's
is.
emotional support earned.
You gotta get a little vest for it, a little patch.
Yeah, right.
I mean, hopefully within, because keep in mind, I'm in their homes anywhere from 8 to 12 months. So, like, you're building more than just a therapeutic alliance, right? Like, they look at you as like family at some point. And so, my goal is to get mom to use, her husband as a support and let mom chill on,
Yeah, not let's not take the urn everywhere.
right?
Mom's retired. She just wants to hang out. She
Yeah.
doesn't want to hear your shit.
Right?
Mom's just chilling, like just trying to like live her afterlife. No. I don't think mom wants to come look at the fresh bananas at the grocery store. Like, you know what I mean? You think these are good ones?
Listen, this is why I shouldn't do things I do. Um, I I don't shut up. Can you imagine if you're a fucking giant eagle? You see some bitch holding the fucking banana up to the urn.
To the urn?
This was look green enough, Mom. You these green enough? You think we should let them sit out?
Yeah, right. What did you
Feeling
always say? Put plastic around the top of it, right? Keeps them fresher. Oh man, now I
fucking
gotta go get
fucking
plastic back.
rubbing a peach up against the urn. This one feel right? Does it feel right?
Is this one firm? Is this okay?
Now, could you imagine if you're in the parking lot and you watch her like gently carry it to the front seat,
Yeah,
buckle
right.
it in?
Strap it in.
I mean, I'd be like, again, my smart house. I look over and be like, you might need a booster seat for that one. She can't see over the dash.
But like, if I were you, I'd tug on the fucking seatbelt just to make sure
Yeah.
it's snug. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Hey, make sure you put on 3WS. That's probably her favorite, right? Yeah, all right, yeah.
Shoulder
Or
straps
she,
choking her. You might want to adjust it. Shoulder straps
yeah.
choking her.
It's like right here. You want to put it right here. Make sure it's nice and neat. Yeah, I'd be
Uh,
fucked up if I saw that. Like instead of it like being in like the cup holder when it, for like at a giant eagle, it's just the urn. You're just like, what do you got in there? A little herbal tea? No, no, no. Oh, your
Perhaps she's
mom.
my mom.
Oh, your mom.
could you imagine if you're an Uber driver and you're going to pick up two people and it's some fucking bitch in their urn? Like, where's the other person? I thought we were picking up two. She's right here. She with us.
You're like, she's right here. She's my mother. You know what I mean?
You see
By
her
the
reach
way, my
over and
mom likes to
seatbelt
ride
them
in the
in.
front. Okay, my mom
Yeah,
likes to ride in the front.
she likes 3WS.
Yeah. Sometimes when she's a little irritated, a little cranky, so a little smooth jazz would make her feel a little bit better. You got
Yeah.
any smooth jazz? No, dude, I couldn't be out and about. I
And the
told my
Uber
mom,
and the Uber driver's like, "Ah, fuck, I gotta do what this bitch says because if not, I'm gonna get a bad rating. I can't afford 1 star."
right?
Could you
And then
imagine
he was
that
thinking he
rating
was
though?
good,
Uber driver was so disrespectful to my mother and didn't even care about her cover.
I wish you could have the Uber driver message back, be like, "Your mother was in a urn."
He gets pulled into the. He goes back. He gets pulled in by the supervisor. This one had a real bad rating and complaint. Like what happened with you and the mom? Listen to this motherfucker.
That'd be me. I'd be like, "Now hold on, motherfucker, before I even talk about this, let me explain the whole scenario."
Mom was in a metal fucking tin can.
Right?
Mom did
And
not say
Maxwell
one
House
single
on the
word to
side.
me.
They glued wheels on the bottom and carried it like one of them airport carry-on bags, just strolling her in.
Oh, that's fucking horrible. I love it.
But I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. You know what I
No.
mean? Because I mean, we've had plenty of segments on the show where we just capture it and whatnot, and you're like, oh, okay. I'll just be like, that's going on the show. If I if I seen a lady with an urn or anything like that in a grocery store or anywhere for that matter, carrying along or at least doing one of these, yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Excuse us for a minute. You need to calm down, all right?
Listen, can you imagine you're a fucking Walmart and you see a lady arguing with the fucking urn? Or not even a lady. This one would be even better. An old guy, his wife passed away, and he's arguing. Fucking, I'm telling you, Martha, the blue curtains will look better in the kitchen. I'm tired of you and the fucking pink ones. And then he goes, I can't deal with you. He just sets her down and fucking walks away.
Or he gets so beyond flustered and frustrated that he's out there and he has one of those Paul Senior crash out moments. And he's walking out, and all of a sudden he's stumbling trying to get his keys, and he's still yelling at the urn. And all of a sudden he's like, you know what? Fuck you. And he throws it and he fucking punts it. It goes everywhere. I'd be like, wow. I
They're in
wouldn't
the
be able to
no.
hold myself together. I'd be losing my shit.
Dude, he's in the little electric scoot. He's got her in the basket in the front. He goes, Marge, I told you I'm not going too fast. Shut up.
Or he breaks, it drops, shatters into so many pieces. Then he goes back into Walmart, gets a broom and a dust,
Can you imagine what happens in Walmart? You get that call, clean up in aisle 5.
right? And then you just look down and be like,
I feel like
are
I
those
quit.
ashes? Like, for are you, sir, where did you? Oh, that's your wife.
Are we
That
using Ziploc? What are we using here? Do you need a
yeah,
Walmart bag from up front?
we don't
Paper, plastic? I don't know. I don't
be
know.
like, we don't sell urns, but we can give you a nice little pot from the gardening section, and you can just
Yeah.
you know,
Cookie jar. They got
fucking,
cookie jar. You can put it in a nice little
you can
cookie
put
jar.
her,
You know, a little
yeah,
teddy bear.
yeah, get her one of them Christmas trees that like pop off the top, and then she just be
Yeah.
celebrating Christmas all year round.
Christmas was her favorite holiday. She'll feel right at home.
There you go. Marge loved it. He sprinkled a little bit here, a little bit there. It's fine. But then he's still yelling in the fucking. Can you imagine a restaurant, bro?
Oh my
You're not
god.
getting the fucking fillet.
Right? We'll give you
Waiter's
a
like,
tune
wait, what?
tonight.
Huh? You ordered two. You ordered two entrees, sir. Yeah, for me and my wife.
And
It's our
I look at
anniversary.
her and it's like, is your wife in the bathroom? She's right here.
She's
It's
right
our
here. How dare
anniversary.
you disrespect her? She's right here. All right? You
It
don't
is
know.
1 year to the day that she died. She's right here.
She's right here chilling. And by the way, she said your mashed potatoes are magnificent.
Yeah, that's all. She said her top off to the chef.
The top off to the chef. But don't put her near that fan with the top open.
Oh, they got her by the exhaust fan. Gone.
That's what it is. She dined and dashed.
People are on the outside of the restaurant waiting to get in, and they see black smoke coming from the stack. They're like, "Oh, fucking Pope died."
Be like, oh shit. Be like, man, I know Longhorn caught on fire.
Hey, and they're burning the fucking biscuits. We ain't got no cinnamon butter.
Right? There ain't no cinnamon butter in this T Roadhouse, bro. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Uh,
Oh my god.
I'm
Damn.
already in hell. I'm not even going. I'm in hell, so I don't care.
Yeah, it'll be the many things that we have ever done in our life. And then I could see him now be like, oh, you're the one that did the podcast about talking about the lady in the urn. I'll be like, fuck.
Oh, wait,
This
that's the
really
one
what
thing
we're
you
doing,
remember?
Storm?
Fuck, come on. What's his,
I
what's his
will. I'll
name
be
at the
like, this,
gate,
this
Peter? Whatever.
like this is what we're really doing? Like, really?
All
I'm
the
gonna
shit that I
watch.
did wrong, you remember that one conversation.
You're gonna remember, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah," because everybody down here watches it. I'll be like, "Of course they do. Of course they do." The price of the sale of urns have been up completely, right?
Mm.
Since that episode. You have no idea. Now they make them more durable in case the lid pops off or anything happens.
I'm okay. I know you laugh and you say that you have fact checkers and like whatever, but I want somebody to answer me. Why don't they make plastic urns?
Yeah, yeah.
But here's the thing: just because you never saw one doesn't mean they don't exist.
Oh, I'm sure somebody will be like, "Hey, they make plastic urns." I was waiting, Sam. I was waiting for you to do what you usually do. Be like,
Is
do
you know
they
what?
make
Here, I'm going to
plastic
tell you right
urns?
now. There's probably somebody. There's probably somebody that's probably going. I got fucking grandma in the Rubbermaid right now. I got her in the kind that burps whenever you seal it shut.
She's right next to Ann Ethel inside of the Cool Whip container.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You don't know. I mean,
No,
it's
I got grandma in the freezer.
yeah, we gotta preserve her because you know that bitch loved to run hot. You gotta put her in the freezer. Got to keep her
like an
cold.
ice box every time we went over to visit grandma.
Yeah, now she's in the icebox.
These new fucking generational kids, they're probably like, we can 3D print grandma a real cool one.
Yeah, right.
Did
You
you
know
know
that.
though? Like it's okay. People are against it for health reasons, but did you know that you can actually like incorporate some of your loved ones' ashes into your tattoo?
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that. This is going to fuck this whole podcast up. I've also seen women put the ashes of their dead spouse or boyfriend into a vibrator.
Oh.
Hmm. Like it's clear, it's like clear glass, and then their ashes will be inside. That's
So
legit.
I just Googled it. Okay. So yes, there are plastic urns, but they are commonly used more for lightweight garden planters. If you're gonna like either plant your dead loved one, or if you're gonna put them like outside.
Oh,
It's weatherproof.
And
well,
apparently they're sold at some of them are sold at Walmart.
oh,
Told you.
hey, what do you know? See, it all roads lead back to Walmart.
They do have some that are also waterproof. I guess in case you're gonna put mom in her bird bath. I don't know.
Where's Grandma in the bottom of the pool? Wait, how long she been there? 2008.
She went off the high dive one last time. She hit the bottom and we left her there.
Could you imagine it though, bro? If somebody just went to the dive board and was like, "Yeet," I'd be
Even
like,
better.
"What the
No,
fuck?"
even better, like a slingshot. Just put the urn at the bottom and have somebody pull from underneath and sling that shit straight up in the air.
And then it just lands in the water. Boom! You're just like, man, she couldn't make.
Doesn't even land in the pool, lands in the neighbor's fucking yard. It's in little fucking Timmy's sandbox.
Yeah, just like chilling out of it, like it's fine.
Did you know they make scattering tubes for the ashes if you want to scatter the ashes? They literally look like water bottles.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can sift. It's like it's so that like how like when you have baby powder and you would like squeeze it and it would like poof. It, it's kind of like that.
Oh, see, to me, it makes you think of the church where it's like poof. Then they have
Yeah,
the little thing, and they're like, "Oh, be like, whose ashes are those? Martha's."
that's why it always smells funny.
Yeah, right. That's just her busting her ass one last time. You know she had a tutor, right?
Oh my god.
Listen. I gotta tell you guys this.
This
Oh man,
whole
my family's gonna
episode
hate me.
went fucking just unhinged.
My family's gonna hate me. Um, my sister, one of my sisters, was having a procedure done, and I didn't know what my mom was giving us an update. I didn't know that my sister was having this procedure done. So when my mom gave us an update in the group chat, I was confused as shit, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, are you just old age rambling on about something? I don't know. Makes no sense." And she goes, "Your sister, um, how did she say it? She said your sister was getting the roto rooter." And I said, "Oh, she went to see the plumber." It just led into this whole, but just me and my mom, just me and my mom, and Paul, my mom, just me and my mom and this whole family chat going back and forth with puns about my sister having this procedure done. So then my sister finally comes out of it because she had to be knocked out for the procedure. She comes back out of it and she reads this fucking chat about her being knocked out and having this procedure done. And she goes, "You guys are so fucked up." And I was like, "Well,
I just want to
kind
know
of.
who's calling the damn plumber.
Uh, I'll tell you later."
Yeah, right. Because I'm just over here like, oh, now I'll never look at a fucking Colligan Man or a Roto Rooter commercial the same ever again.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
No, no, not at all. Um, so Eric, I'll more than likely see you this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a little wrestling dip happening on Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, Sam, we got wrestling, so hot sweaty men, you
Oh,
know. I know.
look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not into wrestling at all. But what was it there? Okay. That what is it? WWE Dynamic? Is that what it's called?
No.
I don't know.
Nope.
Something was on TNT or TBS yesterday. I don't know. I'm
Oh, AEW Dynamite.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's what it
Yes,
was.
that's it. I'm sorry. I got distracted by the really hot man who was in leather pants, and I don't
Is
know
there
what
not
he
three
was.
quarters of them?
I'm gonna
I
say what
don't know.
you got to be more specific, Sam.
He was a really gorgeous black man with dreads, and he was wearing tight leather pants and
Swerve
standing on a
Strickland.
table.
It might have
I
been
was yeah,
Swerve Strickland.
I was thinking Swerve. I think he
Yeah.
did just fight somebody. I think he had a big match the other night.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
follow AEW as much.
all I know is that he was standing on a table. He was poking fun of somebody that he beat up last week because he was like, "Oh, I put his face through the table, and you guys made it stronger." And I was just like, "I don't know, those legs look pretty strong." But I got distracted by how he was looking, and yeah, so
Yeah.
I didn't follow the match. I just it was hard in
Oh,
more ways than one. So
yeah. But then you looked over and you were like, "Why is that urn there?"
Fuck, her mom's watching.
Yeah. Right. Meanwhile, her mom's laughing, kicking her.
Not her mom, the other mom from the store. I'm
still
We're tracing
reversing
it
back
back.
to the story of earlier.
Right.
Um, I know her mom's wife.
alive.
No, McAfee is finally back after 2 weeks of being off. I was going through, so that was like withdrawal.
Wait, hold on. What's his first name?
The
Wait,
What? The guy?
guy I'm
McAfee.
about
Yeah. What's his first name?
Pat.
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 Pat
Yeah,
McAfee.
but
No.
anyways,
Okay. Yeah. No,
while
he's
she's
not you. Anyway, next.
while she's googling, he had Randy Orton on today.
Yeah, we watched it today.
Oh well, fine then.
I know. Usually you come with an update, but I got you this time.
Fine then. All right.
Yeah.
No,
But
that was
he
just
would I just liked how he talked about Tom Brady saying it was cute.
yeah. He's
Oh
like
wait,
10,
so he's
20.
not a wrestler?
Pat McAfee.
Pat
Yeah,
Yeah.
McAfee.
technically yes.
He does a little dabbling, a little here, a
He
little there.
commentated wrestling. He's a former NFLer. He's from Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. Because I see him in football gear, but he's in front of a microphone with a lot of these images.
Yeah, because now he has his own sports show
Yeah, now he has his own sports show.
Gotcha.
And then
on the
he
ESPN.
just there's that new exhibit down at the Carmen or Carnegie Science Center.
I just say Science Center.
It's a science center.
I even when it was the Carnegie, I just always say Science Center. I never use whatever is in front of it.
It's to me it like I don't know. It depends on who you talk to. I still call it the science center
But
because
I do
it's
want to see that movie.
the football town.
Yeah,
Yeah, that looks really good. I can't right now. Scream 7 comes out this weekend. I'm gonna try to watch it.
I gotta watch Scrubs.
I haven't watched that yet either.
I have it recorded.
But none of this might not get done at all because I bought Resident Evil 9, so I might play
I'm mad at you about that. Wait, you.
it.
So I wanted to buy Requiem, but they're not making it for the regular Switch. You have to have a Switch too.
How fucking dare they?
So I was like, fine, then I'm buying a Switch too.
You got $500, buy a Switch too?
I do. Um,
You gotta
I can
tell us
spend
what
it
Brian
however I
Singer is
want
a
to. Ain't
plasma.
nobody questioning me about my fucking spendings.
Don't worry, because as soon as you do, I'll be like, wait, so how much you get back on your taxes? What you doing? Shit.
Um, no, I was trying to do, and you know that I was trying to put it through a firm, but they wouldn't let me.
Yeah, that's some shit.
I was like, well,
If
fuck you then.
if I were to invest in a gaming console, because I'm tempted, but at the same time I know that I don't have much like self-restriction, I guess. I know that if I get back into a game, it's going to be hard for me to like say, okay, I got to stop and go to work. But if I were to actually take that leap, which console do you think would be the best to invest in?
Get a
Depends
Switch,
on
but
what you
then you
want
can
to
take it
play.
with you to work.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you could literally take the Nintendo Switch off the docking station and take it wherever you go.
Until it dies, right?
Yeah, but all it takes, my
It
dear,
uses
is a
the same charger as
USB-C
your
charger
phone,
and right there.
Don't tell me that. That's not
Okay.
unless you
good.
have a unless you have a weird charging phone. But yeah,
Yeah. I don't have, and none of us have. We are charging phones anymore.
No, we bought Jane one. She took it to college with her.
Yeah, we
Yeah, are
take a
they?
Hers is.
USB-C charger around with us all the time for Xander.
Now, I like Paul could probably tell you more. I have a Nintendo Switch only because I gave up my PlayStation. I didn't play it as much as I used to. My kid was playing it more. She was using it. So I just said, put it in your room and you can have it. I don't even care. I play the Switch because, again, what's nice with the Switch is if the girls are watching TV or Donna's watching something and I want to play a game, like Paul said, I can just take it off of the thing and uh, just play it and sit here and play it while they're watching something. Like,
Yeah, it
I
all
don't,
depends on what you. It all depends on what you play and like what
Mhm.
type of games, and then you would have to go from there. Like
yeah.
there is around Christmas time, like I have a PlayStation 5, I have an Xbox One for Xander, I have a PlayStation 4 for Xander, I have the Nintendo Switch for myself and Xander. But the two I usually mess with the most are the PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. I more or less will play my five. I play my Nintendo Switch whenever I can. Usually, most of the time, Xander has it, and so I'm like, "Fuck, okay." So I don't really touch it. But then there's times like when we go up to Brandy's, I'll have the Nintendo Switch in my hand. Like I'll mess with it, and Xander's usually on his tablet or whatever, or he's on the Switch, and we're busy watching television.
Mhm.
But at Christmas time, I saw there is like I forget what it's called, but it's almost like a handheld PlayStation 5.
Okay.
So it's ran like I think it was like so the system itself is $500. This little it's not a backbone because that's off of your cell phone, but it's like a remote player. And what it does is it's like a handheld, so kind of like the Switch. So if that was $100 or $200, it was 150 at Christmas time.
Is it the what is it? Retroid Pocket 5? The RP5?
No, but I was just literally talking to my brother about that today.
Okay.
And the Retroid is like a handheld device that plays all kinds of games, like Nintendo DS, PlayStation 2, Xbox stuff. And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, like it's literally a handheld that looks like a Nintendo DS." And I was almost about to be like, "Shut the fuck up and take my money."
It really
Because
does
that was
look like
yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
that's really cool. That's like
Yes.
that's bringing me back to my kid days.
So that's probably up your alley too.
Plus, that's the other thing I like about the Nintendo Switch is because, like, I just renewed my membership for it, and you can play all the retro games on it, like
Yeah.
all the old Nintendo games, all the old Sega games,
Really?
Yeah, you can do Nintendo, Sega, Super Nintendo,
Game
Game
Boys,
Game Boy Advance. There's another one. Um,
game.
you could do Nintendo 64 as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. And but I think you have to do like there's another you can pay for it. But if you get a Nintendo Switch 2, you could play GameCube games on there too.
Mm.
mm,
So you have like all these Nintendo libraries at your disposal. And that shit's actually pretty fucking cheap. What is it? $50 a year, Eric, or 60?
yeah, 50 for the year.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have to get with us like off air, Sam, and decide what you want to do.
So
Yeah,
wait, what's the difference between the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch Lite?
A
so the
Nintendo
light.
Switch Lite
That's
will
what.
fit in your hands and not dock. A Nintendo Switch will dock onto your television.
Yeah,
Oh.
so that's we sent Jane to college with the Switch Lite because she wasn't taking a TV. She doesn't have a TV in her dorm room.
Mhm.
She just watches everything on her um, laptop or tablet or whatever. Um, But again, if she wanted to play games, the light you don't have to hook. It doesn't hook up to a TV like he was saying. To where the original Switch, it plugs in so you can play everything on the TV,
Yep.
Okay.
and the lights are cheaper.
Yeah.
I
The
was
lights
gonna
are
say
cheaper
they're like
because they won't die.
$200.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they come in fun colors.
Yep.
I know. There's a cute pink one.
I don't remember what color. Oh yeah, Jane got the teal one.
But then, like, even with the Switch one that you dock on your television, you can get Joy Cons to match your
Yeah, the colors
television, stuff
change.
like
Yeah,
that. Like, Brandy and I got Xander one for Christmas, where it literally the whole thing, the whole display of the Nintendo Switch slides in, and it's like a whole piece with the two Joy Cons on it. So it's
yeah.
like a little handheld, so the Joy Cons won't break on it either. Because we've went through plenty of Joy Cons.
I haven't.
Well, I have a rough ass teenager.
Can we talk about him? Can we talk about him?
Sure.
That video you sent me today.
Oh, of him rollerblading?
Okay, I'm like my man out there with fucking blades of steel, thinking he's in fucking rollerball. Like this guy. But I had one little. I was like, can we get his ankle straight? Like
Dude, I was like a little
I was
nervous
like
myself.
I was like I would have I would have fell like I would have snapped some shit if that was me. I was
Well,
like, but
he's
I guess if
he's
that's
on he's on a good week right now, okay? He's like Chevy Riding Nine. You can't
no,
fuck with him this week. All right, he's
well
fucking
tomorrow he's
dude. So yeah, tomorrow would be today. Dude, he's this week, Xander is on fucking tandem. Rock climbing, rollerblade. Like, dude, I don't know. Again, I'm all for it and I'm here for it. So we have like rollerblading, we have the rock climbing, we have the polar plunge, we have track coming around the corner. I'm like, this kid is literally in everything right now. Everything. And like now he's doing this ceramics 2 class, and his mother and I were kind of worried about his first project was he made a mushroom from the Mario Brothers, and that the way he drew it, because he draws it out and everything like that, looks fantastic. The second one kind of freaked us all out because he's doing dynamite.
no.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know how the fuck they're letting that happen. But then it's like, oh, it's animated and it's from like the show, and I'm like, yeah, still somebody's gonna be like, they fucking blow it up. No, 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 he's not. No, no, he's not.
No, I think if you know the situation, you know it's hard, like you know what I mean, like like if you would have showed me like if I would have come like I come over Saturday and he's like, Uncle Eric, look at this, and I'm like, all right, it's dynamite, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't think twice about it, you know what I mean? Like because I know
Right.
the situation. I think if you know the situation, I think you just overlook it. Like it's not, you know what I mean? Like it's not anything to worry about. My thing is they had him rollerblading through to school. I'm like, could you imagine if you're just chilling in class and you just see fucking Xander zipping by? Like,
I was
just,
wondering that too from the video, and I was like, wait, wait. So we're just you're just letting him
like,
rollerblade through school, like
but then here's my other thing. Here's my other thing. So I think I've watched that video 5 times already. Like, I just kept, and it's only what, 15 seconds. I just
15,
kept
16
rewatching it.
seconds.
He just does his thing. He comes cruising on over, and then he gets to the doorway and he grips the door frame. I thought he was going to slingshot himself through the doorway into the classroom. Because that one teacher that was walking with them, I was like, get out of the way, get out of the way. Like,
Because the thing is, this him being him, and I don't mean that negatively, just like how above and beyond he is, and how he's
yeah.
very excited to do things. Dude, I could have saw it. I could have
Yeah.
saw him be like,
I'm like,
what? And I'd have been like, holy shit. Like, oh my God. But the amount of like support and
Now, was that have they? Has he tried rollerblading before?
yeah, he's
Oh, okay.
been. And I still don't understand why he was on the fucking school ground. Like, not in the
Now
gym.
here's my other. Did they ask him if he wanted to try it, or did he? How did that come about?
So originally they were so around his ingrown toenail stuff.
Mhm.
When they were getting the rest of the toenail out, they told us that he'd be rollerblading, and we both were like, no, we don't, that might not be a good idea. But you have to feel him out, let him know,
Yeah,
let him tell you. Because again, he's 18, but like we also want to like be the parents, but
Hmm.
mhm.
we also want him to have a say.
Yeah.
Now you're 18. So they're like, okay. So we let him go. We did that little surgery, and then we bandaged him up. The next day, we let them know, like, hey, he had that ingrown toenail surgery. Like, everything's officially out now. The root's treated. He might be really sore. Okay, no problem. So then we get the report that next day, and it was at the bottom. It said rollerblading. I was like, wait, so he still went rollerblading?
So did everybody in his closet look like something where everybody was doing it, or?
Yeah, so it was like part of like the PE thing. If you wanted to do
Oh,
rollerblading, you could try to do rollerblading. And Xander knows how to skate.
Hmm.
mhm.
So, but he's never rollerbladed. So that's why I was kind of like you, Eric, with his ankles. I was a
Yeah.
little nervous, but I mean, like, I was like, how the fuck is he holding that?
He was. I'm like, that's why. I mean, that was like the first thing I texted. I was like, holy fuck, he's doing that better than I would. And it's like, I I was like, how? Like, I don't know how that wasn't uncomfortable for him. Like, I mean, I know that the rollerblades themselves, have the structure to hold that kind of in position, but it was like, I'd be like, fuck, that hurts, like.
Yeah, right.
But he just was like, whatever. To me, it looked like he was more annoyed with the hand guards, than he was anything else.
Yeah, he was not a fan.
I was like, uh oh. And that's when I also texted you. I was like, uh oh. Well, I guess that means he's not scooting no more. Like,
No, and then what's funny is so they sent it to me and his mom today. And then of course, like I sent it to Brandy, I sent it to you, and then like I think I sent it to my parents. And because I had to get fucking leaving from work. But um my dad's like, so when you go rollerblade, and I was like, fuck ass, no, I'm not fucking rollerblade. I was like, if I didn't rollerblade when I was a kid, I'm sure he's not gonna do it when I'm fucking 43 years old. I said, but if he wants to, if he wants to dabble in this and he wants to keep doing it, I will start using the electric scooter and just follow him. I'll be
yeah,
like, all right, come on, let's go. We'll be fine. But it's just it's new. It's something like very new for him,
yeah,
and it excites me, but it also makes me nervous because next thing you know, I'll be trying to go down a hill and shit, and I'm like, oh no, wait, what are you doing, bud? That ain't happening.
yeah. Well, at least at least over your way, like if
It's
he
all
wanted to
flat,
do it out front, it's all flat. So it's like, now
but
his
he's
mom's
still
house,
kind
that's a
of
different story.
yeah, but he's still kind of like traumatized after falling off his electric scooter or a couple years ago. So we're kind
Yeah.
of going to try to get him back in the groove with that. But
That's why
yeah,
I said he was like, fuck it, I'm skating now.
yeah, I'm gonna start skating now. I ain't got time for this boot scoot and boogie shit.
I
Yeah,
was like, that fucking dude. He's always
yeah,
doing something.
dude. I'm telling you, and then he just wants to be involved in something. So it's always something like
Yeah.
like the polar plunge. Like
And that's my thing too, is it's always the most random shit. Like, you'll tell me, like in this case, send me, you always like, hey, look what Xander's doing. And I'm like, what? How? Like, that's why I had to question it. Like, where the fuck did rollerblading come from? You know what I mean? Like, you're like what? 'Cause this is like, what, third year for the plunge? Or
second.
second year? I'm like, what? How? All right, whatever. But that one though was kind of self-explanatory because I know he's a water guy. Like, he
Oh
loves,
yeah, for sure.
if there's water, he's in it. I mean, the Erie and the Lake Erie incident was. You're like, it's cold. I don't care, Dad. Full clothed
Yeah,
in the water.
full clothes, sprayed in it. Didn't give a shit.
So I'm like, I know he loves his water. So if that's an opportunity for him to be in the water, he don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, like some of the like, again, he'll tell me he does like the track. I'm like, really track? Okay. And then the bocce ball, and I'm like, okay, like
yeah, right. Now we're rock climbing.
yeah, and it's like because like I know Xander, you know what I mean? Like you were saying earlier, you were telling Sam I know how stubborn he can be. Like I know
Mhm.
I have sat in behind your back, laughed my ass off while you are fighting with him about a situation, and I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna be the better person. I'm gonna be the better person. And then Paul comes back in. I'm like, bro, I'm so sorry. I had to laugh. And you're like, I get it. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, because it's just funny watching you two interact because it's just like you said, he's like, I ain't doing it. And you're like, you motherfucker. Like, you're like, I said, quit pulling on your fucking uncle's light switch. And he's like,
yeah,
all
right.
right. And then you turn around and all you see is the light flicker. And you're like, this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's been at least like the past year. Like he's been slowly
yeah.
progressing, like testing me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, dude, we're gonna have a fucking problem.
I mean,
It's getting there, but like we will not. Well,
I
I mean,
know
of
we've,
course, it won't be crazy. I just let him know, like, yo, you gotta calm the fuck down. Like,
I mean, we've told the story before, but I mean, the thumbtacks is like my number one. Like, I'm
yeah,
like Paul, just want to let you know your kid's playing with thumbtacks. You're like, what? I'm like, just letting you know he's playing with thumbtacks. I don't care, but I mean, it's a sharp object. I don't want him to get hurt. He's playing with thumbtacks, and you're like, who the fuck is sticking thumbtacks on the wall? And he's like,
but
what? Like he found no problem with it whatsoever.
nothing,
And
nothing.
I'm like, I'm not saying anything. Like I didn't give two shits. Like I'm like, fuck, I use thumbtacks to hang shit in the wall. Like I don't care. Like,
Right, but I mean, like, I
but I
think
know
my
it was just a
most.
point. That's why I was like, I don't care. Like I was like, I'll let you handle it. However you want to handle it, I don't care. Like, but it's again, I like it's funny watching that interaction with you two because it's like it's like well, I don't know. I don't want to say he is you, but like
Oh,
it's
he's my comic relief. Like
that's stubborn.
he's stubborn. He's just like me.
Well, and
But
it
I
comes
just
down, and I don't want to say just one. That stubbornness comes from both of his grandparents, also.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like again, knowing you, knowing your family, like growing up with your family, like it's just like, yeah, he's a Chopak, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right. But then I look at him like he is my parents.
yeah, I can't, I can't wait. I hope to God I'm still around, which I should be. I want to see the interaction with you and him whenever you're your dad's age and he's your age.
Well, I mean, if you think about it in retrospect, I'm not gonna have crash out moments like that
You
because
don't know that.
I
We
don't know,
don't.
dude. I witness them all the time. So I mean, like, I'm trying very hard, and like Brandy's here the most, so she sees that I'm trying. I try really hard not to
Yeah.
be my dad.
Yeah.
And then like because I have witnessed it for all my life,
Yeah.
so I try very hard to not be like what the fuck, oh my god, blah blah blah. Like no, like I really try hard.
You're gonna go over to Xander's apartment. You're gonna be walking in, going, "Don't be doing the hibbity dibbity."
Yeah, right. He'll be like, I'm not. He'll be like, I'm on my Nintendo Switch from 2025.
Now,
Like,
Paul, I want to share with you guys something because I thought of you and your dad on this one. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe your dad wouldn't do something like this. I wanted.
I highly fucking doubt it.
Yeah.
I
Get to know
highly fucking
senior,
doubt
and
it.
we'll tell you.
Yeah, lay it on me.
I'm gonna
So,
say yes, he would right now. I don't even know what it is.
I gotta like. All right, so I go out with a couple of therapists, a couple of clinicians. I help them, right? I help them with some of their sessions, challenging families. And a couple of weeks ago, couple of weeks ago, I had a coworker be like, "Hey, I could really use your help. I know that, like, I feel like you would be able to help me, process the situation with this family member." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, definitely, I'll come out, I'll help you." So we're sitting in the living room. We're having At this point, it's just myself, my coworker, and mom who's out there, right? And we're just engaging. We're talking about a crisis that had occurred, like the week before. We're trying to process everything, help the mom feel less guilty about it. When all of a sudden, dad walks in, and dad's in nothing but just his underwear.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I quickly look at my coworker. I look at the mom, and I whisper over. I was like, "Is this normal? Does he do this often?" And she goes, "Yeah, we have a problem getting him to put pants on."
I don't know how many times Paul had to tell his dad,
To
Dad,
put some
Eric's
fucking
coming
pants on.
over. I have company. Eric is stopping by the house. Can you please get.
Can you please put fucking pants on?
And I go, "Hi, Mr. Richardson. How are you doing today?" "Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Just smoked a bowl. We're good."
You would have got that second part from him. He'd have just been like, "Oh, I'm fucking dying. It's fine. It's fine."
Hello, Sambuca.
Yeah, but
I
here's
look at
here's here's the shit kicker of it. Okay, so he's wearing underwear. Is he wearing party socks?
Like,
He is just in
If he's
underwear.
wearing high ass socks, that's
No
what.
socks, just tidy whities. And when I explained to him that we cannot have him, we can't do services because he's now considered under the influence, so he needs to leave session. He gets agitated with me, and then I tell him again, we cannot have services also because he's not wearing any pants. He again gets agitated, and he goes, "Well, this is my house. I get to freely express myself. What, do you got a problem with people who like to express themselves? I like to let my balls hang free, but at least I put some underwear on for you."
you're in my house. You can get the fuck out.
I can give you how that would go with Paul Senior. If you told him that he had to be excluded from session because he's in his underwear, it would go like this. Him. What the fuck you mean? This is my fucking house. You know what? I'll fucking just. Yeah, you can get the fuck out. You know what? Both of you, all of you, get the fuck out of here. I'll just sit here right now. I'll sit here. I'll sit and just let him know hang out. I'll be right here with it. Fuck, tell me about this bullshit. Yeah, yeah. No. Everybody
But
would have
here's
laughed
the
at
other thing, though, too. Afterwards, your dad would go, "So all I gotta do to get them out of the house is just keep walking around in my
my
underwear."
underwear. Yeah, and
So you now have fueled the fire for him to do it more.
if you give my father an inch, he takes a fucking mile.
Mhm.
Like for real, he would have wherever you would have took that session to, or if you would have moved it, you would have just seen him strutting.
The only way we were able to de-escalate him is that he started complaining about how he had the munchies.
Oh,
So
okay.
we
My
have
dad
to
doesn't do
redirect him
that.
to the kitchen to go get a snack.
He comes sliding in like fucking Tom Cruise and Risky Business.
Feel real loose and limber. Be like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You really should put pants on. You really should put pants on. The fuck you mean? This is my fucking house. I'm like, yeah, but still, like they're
I want to
clothes.
watch Slinging and be in my underwear.
I just want to watch slinging me in my underwear. The fuck do you mean? I'm just out there slinging it. Dad, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's senior.
that would have been my dad. That would have been my dad. He is the most requested fucking person to be on this show. And
I
I
love your
was
dad.
like, no, because that episode will never air because we will be canceled the next.
Probably.
Yeah, like
I told you that was Christmas. You invited us to stop out. You had your family at your house for a Christmas little party thingy, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, That was a Christmas present in itself, just being around your dad again.
Dude, the best interaction, I swear, and it's not for me for like peace of mind or like to feel wholesome. It's watching my mom and my dad interact with each other.
The whole doorknob
The
thing. The
whole
doorknob.
door fucking knob scenario.
My
That's what started it. I walked in the house and your dad's like, well, he didn't have no problem getting in the damn door, did he?
my
And
dad
your
got
mom goes, which way did you turn the doorknob? Left or which hand did you? And I'm like, I just walked in the door. I don't even know what's going on.
Dude, they
Like,
were breaking that shit down religiously between each other.
I'm like, Paul, can you explain to me what's going on? You're like, I don't even know.
But I do have the video. I still have that video.
Fuck.
I was on the phone with my mom earlier this week, and we're chit chatting, right? My dad, because so upstate where they live, they got hit with the snow, right? So my
Oh
parents
yeah.
got like 2 feet of snow. So my dad, being my dad, the night before decided that he was going to try to drive home in the snow, and he got stuck in an embankment. And long story short, he had to go like basically spend the night at work, right? He comes home Monday, and I'm on the phone with my mom, and I hear him. He's like, "Oh, is that Samantha?" And she's like, "Yeah." So he starts going off about how he's pissed off that Pittsburgh got a dusting and we didn't even get like a foot of snow, and he's really angry. Like I have any say over the fucking weather, right?
You do?
So then he goes, "Well, I'm gonna go take a shower." I was like, "All right, cool." I figure he's gonna go, calm his ass
He's gonna
down.
go peace out, yeah.
So my mom and my dad in their new house, right? Their bathroom, you have to press the doorknob in and then you have to pull it out. So when you press it in, it locks the door and you got to pull the knob out in order to unlock the door and then turn it to get out. Well, my dad forgot this and I could hear him. My mom's on the phone with me and I can hear my dad banging on the door. Joan, what the fuck? Why'd you lock me in the bathroom? And she's like, Steve, you got to pull the doorknob out. I didn't let. Literally, she puts the phone down and I can hear them arguing about how my mom's like, you gotta pull the doorknob. I kid you the fuck not. 8 minutes. It took my dad 8 minutes to figure out how to get out of the bathroom.
If you would have had an axe, it'd have been a fucking shining all over
Yeah, for
it.
real. If there was an axe there, my dad would have fucking chopped through it already. Or he'd have fucking bulldozed it down. Fuck you mean I'm stuck in here?
Like listening to them bicker and argue while trying to get my dad out of the bathroom was too much for me. It was hilarious. My mom's like, "Do you not know how to pull? Do you not know how to unlock a door, Steve?" "Oh no, you claim to know so much, but you can't unlock a door."
That was my mom and dad here at Christmas. That was literally my mom and dad. And the worst part is my stepdad's over here going like, I get it. Like,
I
the
love
best
how
part, stepfather's like, I get it.
your dad kept telling Kevin like, what was that? What he didn't. Did he say I was sorry, or he kept telling him? Yeah, he kept saying I'm sorry. You got to deal with this. And Kevin was
Yeah,
like,
right.
I know, I don't. Like,
He's like, yeah, I'm good.
he kept
He's like,
apologizing for Kevin and your mom's relationship when Kevin was like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
well, dude, every time he sees Brandy, he's like, why are you still here? Why are you
yeah,
still living? I'm like, damn, bro. Like, shit.
She's still
Like,
here
all
because she
right.
makes her boyfriend t-shirts with her face on it.
Obviously, right? That's it. I mean,
I,
obviously, she's here to stay. If I have a fucking t-shirt with a face all over it,
I text her that every Friday. It's another week. You're still here? She goes, yep. I say, okay. No, I'm just,
but
uh,
yeah, that's my dad. Like, he does that with everybody. Like, oh, you still around here? You still doing this? Like, yeah. What? What?
no. Did you ever get your last name changed? Something I can pronounce? I'm like, no.
No,
Still the
no,
same.
no. Dude, I could spend probably 3 episodes just fucking going off on my dad. Like,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Hey, do you know speaking of dads, I think my dad works around the corner from your house. My actual dad.
From my house,
From your fucking house.
like at the FedEx plant,
No.
this way.
So if you're on Route 8 and you make the left at the Duncan and Sheets intersection,
Yep.
and then you make the very first right to go towards you. If you instead of making that right, you go down like another, I guess, block. There's some businesses down that way.
Yep.
There's a place called Executive Auto Body.
Yep.
I think my dad works there.
How do you know though?
It's a long story. I'll tell you on Saturday.
Yeah, I was like, that's an offline conversation. I was like, I already kept y'all for about a good hour 45.
Yeah,
So I mean, yeah, we'll definitely. I definitely want to talk about that.
it's crazy, like crazy.
All right, and then we'll fill Samantha in about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
Don't
can.
worry,
We'll leave a cliffhanger. Maybe next episode we'll discuss it.
we'll just sprinkle. We'll sprinkle
I'll
it in.
figure out a short version.
Yeah, right. Shit. All right, we're gonna get the hell out of here. All right, for Eric and Sam and myself, we will catch y'all in a couple weeks. Y'all have a great one. Bye.
Bye.